Tommy Barfield students, my name is Alessia. Today I am at the Marco Island Historical Museum and I want to guide you through the history of the Calusa Indians, also known as the Shell People. Here's a peek of what we will be seeing inside this museum today. Join me in this exciting adventure to learning new and interesting facts about the Calusa Indians. If it wasn't for Frank Hamilton Cushing, who recovered more than 1,000 wooden artifacts, we would not have knowledge of the Calusa Indians. His discovery in 1896 is the largest from any prehistoric archaeological site in the eastern United States. The Calusa Indians were a powerful tribe that lived in southwest Florida. The Calusa males learned how to hunt deer, alligator, turtles, rabbits, and more at a young age. As you can see, this painting shows a father teaching his son how to hunt. Here's another painting of a man hunting. The Calusa Indians did not farm. Instead, they fished using nets. Here we see a man fishing by a tidal stream. In this painting, it shows their typical diet, which consisted of fish and shellfish. The Calusa Indians took advantage of the large amount of shellfish of the area. Not only did they eat the shellfish, but they used it as tools since there was a lack of stone in southwest Florida. The shells were used for hammering, pounding, chopping, cutting, scraping, smoothing, cooking, drinking, and scooping. Did you know that Marco has magic muck? Many of the objects found were in good condition because they were buried in oxygen-free mud that preserved the artifacts. Some of the artifacts found in the Key Marco site were painted wooden masks, such as these. They also found figureheads, netting, rope, bowls, and more, including the famous Key Marco cat. This wax figure represents a Calusa woman in her daily routine. As you can see, she is wearing a skirt made out of Spanish moss. These Calusa men are wearing buskin loincloths and shell jewelry. Perhaps in cooler weather, they might have worn a buckskin cloak or cape. Calusa homes were built on top of shell mounds to avoid flooding and insects, to show status or rank, and to be protected from enemies. Their houses did not have any walls and were supported by wooden poles. For roofs, they used palm leaves, just like a tiki hut. This is an example of a Calusa Calusa Shell Mound. The Calusa man has a higher status because his house is built on a higher mound of shells. This was considered prestigious. His house has walls and his clothing is different from the rest of the people. This man is a cacique, or principal leader. Here is a Calusa warrior. Because of their size, build, and ability to fight, they were called Calusa, which means fierce people. Well, we are at the end of our tour. I hope you have enjoyed this adventure and will continue learning about the Calusa Indians and other Native American tribes. I want to say thank you to all the people from the Marco Island Historical Museum that made this project possible.